Hey there, guys. So today we're going to be playing a little bit of Pokemon Sword. Right now, as you can see, my character is currently dressed in the Kung Fu attire. I did purchase the Isle of Armor DLC, and so I'm just starting to explore. Right now, some of my main priorities, I haven't finished the Isle of Armor DLC yet. In terms of I haven't even gotten Kung Fu, but I've been sidetracked because I've been helping. Let me hop on my bike and show you this fellow. I'm not a real completionist to like a crazy extent. This guy wants me to help him find 151 of his Diglett, and I feel like I can't let this guy down. So I have 136 more to go. And he keeps giving me Pokemon, which is nice. Find 20 Diglett. So I did think I saw one over here. I don't know if there's areas of this DLC that are locked until I kind of progress the story. Honestly, I would like to find all of his Diglett before progressing the story. But if I do have to actually play story before I can find them all, I suppose I will do that. I'm an expert belt. Funny to think someone would leave that laying around a dojo. Or I think maybe since this is Kung Fu, it would be a studio. Oh, here's another. Man, they're just really on top of each other out here. So, yeah, honestly, it's gonna be my main priority. And honestly, probably one of the most fun things about this DLC, which I know probably isn't even meant to be, is this little kind of side quest. Whoever the game development team thought of it, thank you. This makes me really happy. I also like trying to hunt down like all of the TMs and TRs and things like that. Just the idea of how much stuff they hid throughout makes me happy. See a Jigglypuff over there. As I see Pokemon that I haven't caught yet, I do tend to confront them. I have like 100 and something quick balls just saved up because I don't have a whole lot of patience to like put one to sleep and chip the HP down. I kind of just like throwing a quick ball, getting the Pokedex entry and moving along. Let's see. One thing I do appreciate is it tells you how many of the Diglett you have left in each area to find. I think over here is the divide into the wetlands, so I'm going to stick to Fields of Honor. Try to clear out the area. Let me show you guys. Let's see. Here's my league card. As you can see, my character's name is Exo. I don't usually name the characters directly after myself. Exo is a kind of a, not like a login name, but a common kind of username that I use for a lot of video games. Different variations of it. It started when I played a game called Mabinogi back in the day. I was the character named Exo Wolf, with absolutely no relation to the band EXO that has a song named Wolf. I didn't even know of them until somebody was like, oh man, like, so you're an EXO fan too? I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. But then I actually looked up the band EXO and listened to their song Wolf, and it's really good. So became a fan of some new music that way, just on a whim. I had a friend who had used the name EXO Light. I wanted to match their name, so I picked EXO Wolf. And now I use EXO for a bunch of different things. So here's the team. I do need to heal up or go camping. This Toxtricity is currently a placeholder. My original Toxtricity, named Spyro, is hanging out at the nursery with a Ditto. So I'm trying to get a shiny. And he has pretty good IVs, and the Ditto is from another region and has good IVs, so I'm looking to get a decently IV'd shiny Toxtricity. Or Toxel and then Toxtricity. I do like having a Toxtricity on my team at all times. So that's what this gal is sitting on the team for. I got a Toxel with good IVs off her Wonder Trade, popped her on the team, and now she's just kind of chilling in the back and leveling up. Another Pokemon that's kind of chilling in the back and leveling up is the Slowpoke. It's the Galarian form. I have no idea when or how it evolves. It's just when you start the Isle of Armor DLC, it gives you an opportunity to fight and either catch or knock out a Slowpoke. I avoided the whole fight entirely by throwing a quick ball, and now the Slowpoke's just chilling on the team. I have an Inteleon named Hubert on the team. I named him after, I don't really know what the correlation would be outside of the fact that this is my favorite Fire Emblem character from Three Houses. I was playing both Three Houses and Pokemon at the same time. Outside of that, there's really no correlation. I think the actual Hubert from Fire Emblem would probably be closer to a fire type or a dark type. I have a Mudstail named Effie. I named them Effie because in Fire Emblem again, there is a knight character, and she's very resilient and very strong. And Mudstail has the ability Stamina, which I really like. I find it's very helpful for PvE play because she's just so tanky. Gets a defense boost every time she takes a hit. So especially if something's using like a multi-hit move, she's going to become tanky instantly. The only thing that's not ideal is it really slows down a battle because that's a lot of text that needs to jump across the screen and inform me that she's getting defense boosts. I have a Roserade named Noah. I named it after a friend of mine whose favorite Pokemon is Roselia. And I have a Wyvern named Damien, named after Robin, Batman's son. So that's the whole crew here. Time to get back to Diglett hunting. And I do like to check out what's showing up in these. The only thing that I still don't really love about this game is how the raids are set up. I'm not really someone that coordinates play with friends too often, so I really can't attempt too many raids that aren't like 4 stars and below, because it's really hard to end up matching with random folks online. At least I find I almost never get to match with more than like maybe one person, if that. And so I tend not to do too many raids. I can solo like the 4-star ones and the occasional 5-star one, but oh, that's so tempting. But for the most part, I get wiped out because the AI really stinks for what teammates they pair you up with. Really, I would be fine if the teammates could just attack either every turn or were tanky enough to not faint immediately. But I typically lose because my teammates will faint instantly. The AI ones, which is really a bummer. Like, I was trying to take on a 5-star Gengar raid, and I went in, I have an Umbreon that I've trained up, and I pretty much lost the raid instantly because the Gengar used Sludge Wave, which, when attacking multiple targets, really it weakens the move, but it didn't matter because my whole team went out in like 1 hit, which basically ended the raid for me in like 2 moves. So, kind of a bummer, but I probably just need to try to coordinate with some of my friends a little better. A lot of the times, though, I play at kind of odd hours, so I'd feel weird being like, hey guys, it's like 5 a.m. on a Saturday. Do you feel like doing a raid? I do wish that the AI would be updated a bit, because some of the things they pair you up with are just something else. Like, I think everybody probably knows about, if you play this game, the Wobbuffet that uses nothing but Safeguard, the Solrock that just uses Cosmic Power. Oh, I really like Zora, so let's catch this little guy. I've yet to encounter a shiny in this game. I don't have the shiny charm yet. I'm just really hoping to kind of randomly encounter one. So I think that's the most fun way. But, yeah, fingers crossed it's something cool. Oh. This little guy's gonna be spicy. I wonder what I can hit him with that won't kill him. Let's see. This might take him out. Yep. Well, I'll run around and he'll respawn. One thing that did surprise me is, some of the overworld spawns around here are, like, pretty crazy. I ended up seeing a Volcanora, or Volcarona. I have a really hard time remembering that Pokemon. It's, the proper pronunciation of the name. And the only thing I remember is when you find it, like, in that one temple of sand, you had to, like, willingly fall through some sand traps to find it. But, I saw that thing just flying around, and I was really confused, because I thought it was, like, a mythic or legendary or something. And it was just kind of chilling in the air. And for a little bit, it took me some time to try to figure out how to encounter it. Oh, that is a bold little Klefki hunting me down. And then I remembered that you can whistle in this game, which is, I won't spam it because I don't think it's relaxing to listen to, just the automated whistle sound, but that'll draw Pokemon near you. So if they're flying, you can still call them down to your level. I had connected to the internet at that point, and I think some other people had seen the spawn, because there was a bunch of folks just kind of running around the area. it took me a minute to realize how to, that I needed to do the whistle thing. And I don't think they ended up realizing it because everybody was just frantically running in circles, trying to see how they could get to come down to the encounterable level and kind of run into the hitbox. I don't know why, but I just find the new slow pokes really adorable. I've never been a huge fan of Slowpoke. Like, I didn't think there was a whole lot to like or dislike about them. But for some reason, this new form I really think's really cute. And I do like my fair share of kind of derpy looking Pokemon. Like, I'm a big fan of Quagsire. And I really like Dunsparce. Mostly because I just think they're fun to play PvP. They might not be incredible, but you can kind of throw folks for a loop with them if they're not expecting that to face them. I find a lot of my friends, and most of my friends are a little bit more casual, not like incredibly casual. They do know enough to build a competent team, but none of us are going to be winning any championships anytime soon, unless we really put our hearts into it. But sometimes they'll kind of forget the typing of Dunsparce and what moves it can learn, so that really helps me out. So your average person isn't exactly usually relying on Dunsparce as a team staple. So the Serene Grace ability is really nice, with kind of getting the flinches going. I find this little marshland area very pretty. Kind of just looking around for some more Digletts and unique overworld spawns. I would love to end up with a shiny Wooper. I think I'm going to have to breed for one. I don't think the color differential is that big. I think it looks kind of similar to its normal self. But that would be okay with me. Just having some shinies of... Oh wow, okay, I guess we're getting jumped here by a wild Boufflant. I don't really need another one of these. I'm a big fan of Tauros, and not a very big fan of Boufflant. Well, with Shellbell I should be okay. There we go. Goodbye, Boufflant. It is funny how some of the overworld will swap out Damien. One thing that's really interesting, that they've made easy is with Pokemon Camp, you really don't ever have to end up healing your Pokemon in terms of like health, because you can just make curry and heal everybody up. So definitely save some trips to the Pokemon Center when you're out and about. I think Rockruff's really adorable too. Looks like that's supposed to be a critical capture. I feel like I've gotten the critical capture animation before and still had it bust out of the ball. So I don't know if that's a glitch or just there's a chance of that happening. Rockruff has been sent to a box. I think Lycanroc is a really interesting looking Pokemon. Especially, I think the nighttime form looks really cool. Let's see, there's gotta be some more Diglett around here somewhere. It's funny, it's gonna be like... friends are gonna be like, so how did you like the Isle of Armor DLC? And I'm gonna be like, well, I'm still catching Diglett, haven't progressed the story beyond getting my cute little uniform here. But, only like 20 more Diglett to go. I should make that a pact. I'll only progress the story if it's required to find the Diglett. Like if there's areas I need to unlock to get them all. Till then, we're just hanging out, finding Diglett. I'm not even doing it for the alternate forms. I'm just doing it for the helping this gentleman out with all 151 of his Diglett. I was really hoping there'd be one on this little island here. It's probably just got like a nice rare spawn that shows up in that little area. I know that there's a method you can use to reset the date in the game, where you gotta like do a specific log out of, go back to the menu, change the date, do this, that, and the other thing, connect to the internet. I definitely respect folks having the dedication to do that so that they can complete the Pokedex or hunt certain Pokemon in a timely manner. I don't have that strategy down quite yet. I find it interesting that merited a Pokeball for an item, when back in the normal wild area, there's a spot where you'll always find an evolution, and by those stones, it pretty much always refreshes itself every day. You can get pretty much every one of the evolution stones there, and it's just a little shine in the grass, so it doesn't get its own little dedicated Pokeball or anything. That is one thing about Sword and Shield, is they really throw items at you. Like, you walk 2 feet and there's something shiny in the grass. Or if you connect to the internet and interact with the other kind of ghost players, they'll give you cooking items, which is cool. So anybody looking to complete the curry decks, it's a good way to get ingredients without having to buy them and spend any of the currency on them. I don't know if I would have the patience to complete the curry decks, but I'm also the one who's determined to hunt all the Digletts, so I really can't judge. I guess it's just about what you find fun. And for some reason, the Diglett hunting, I find, oh, there's one. We gotta sneak by this. Oh, jeez. Time to run away. Immediately run away once the text goes away. Not that I think Crawdaunt is particularly quick, but you never know with how fast that Bouvalant came in. One thing that kind of bummed me out, which I can't blame them for, is depending on if you had Sword or Shield, the folks that you would encounter on Armor Isle or the Frozen Tundra, I believe, change. There's a poison type trainer that I ended up meeting. She reminds me of one of the characters from Demon Slayer because she has the butterfly kind of hairpiece. And I really liked the design of the fellow with the top hat. I need to go back and look up their names, so I was a little bummed to realize that he's, I think, exclusive to Shield and she's exclusive to Sword. I really liked his design. I would say that my favorite new trainer or gym leader character has got to be Piers. I really like his design. I already have him. Sometimes I get confused on if I have a Pokemon or if it was one that was wonder traded to me. Usually if I catch them myself, I'll remember them. But if they're wonder treated, I typically will. Okay, I've been here. I'll often forget. But yeah, Piers is definitely a favorite of mine. I just like his design. And it is kind of neat because he really does seem to help you throughout the story quite a bit. You get to fight alongside him towards the end game, which is pretty cool. So at this point, I think I'm just getting lost in here. I haven't found all the Diglett yet, but we're going to try to find our way out of here. I mean, eventually I might cheat a little bit and look up a guide, but for now, kind of running around. Just hunting down Diglett is fun. The other thing that I notice in this game is it really likes to like pan in close, depending on if you run into some things. It can be a little unsettling when you're trying to look for something specific. 4 more Diglett in the area. And some of them are very well hidden. Like some are just kind of chilling out next to a tree, which is a bit of an obvious location, but then others are like, there was one that was hidden in a ledge, which was surprising because you can't actually walk on it. You had to like face the ledge and click. That was in one of the caves. So I bet with 151 of them, some of them are like a doozy. They're like superimposed into a tree or something. Oh, I don't want to fight the Mungus. But yeah, if you guys have this game and are playing either Sword or Shield, let me know what you think of the game, who's on your team. And if you did end up getting the pass for Isle of Armor and Frozen Tundra, let me know if you're enjoying it. Because I definitely am. And I'll end this here for now. I hope that everybody is doing well. And I really appreciate you guys watching and commenting and all of your feedback. And I'll see you guys in the next video.